Okay.
Are you tired of your game frame capping? If you don't know what that is, that's what you're going to be learning about in this video here. Frame capping is pretty much when, let's say you have an example of a 30 hertz monitor. Frame capping is when it's going to cap your frames or lock your frames at the same hertz of your monitor. So it's going to stay at 60 or below. Now, personally, if you have a really decent to good graphics card, such as I do, the GTX 970, I have the MSI, you know you're going to get way more frames than that in a game. And this can potentially also downgrade your video quality by not making it complete 60 FPS. So what you might want to do is, such as in Titanfall here, there's a setting that you want to tweak called Vsync. Now we're going to go to it right now and we're going to tweak it. Alright, once you're into Titanfall's main menu, you're going to want to head down to options and you're going to want to press video settings. This is where you're going to find the setting. Now Vsync, you're not going to want to have it disabled. You're going to want it on double buffered. Now what this does is it allows it to like release the lock on the frame. Now I don't know why on this game Vsync is the problem. There are some other options in other games that may have effect on this. They're generally usually Vsync, and they usually only happen with, you know, those higher quality games such as Titanfall. I know Battlefield, Call of Duty, all those they use that tool as well. Like the top developers usually have them in their game. So to get the best like gameplay, video, just quality and all, I would definitely uncap your monitor, because personally I just find it easier and better to play at a higher frame rate. Now 60 to 120 might not seem as much, but you have to realize kind of like 60 to 120, that gives you a big leeway instead of 60 and below. So you have a more higher of a chance at 120 that it's gonna drop, but not drop below 60. Unlike if it's locked at 60, it's definitely gonna drop a little bit below. Now it's not gonna drop a whole lot. It might go down at the most to like 55, if that. I've noticed mine only goes usually down to 56, 57. But, you know, it's not really too big of a deal. If you're like me, it is. I don't know why. I just find it a little annoying. So if you're like me, it's really easy to change. If it's not Vsync, just kind of fuck around with your settings. Really, just like any other PC game, to get the most quality and best type of gameplay. Just screw around with your settings like you usually do, and just, you know, find out. It's usually Vsync or it's any Vsync, aerostropic. I think that's what it is. I can't pronounce it for shit, but that might be it sometimes. And if not, you could definitely toy with those anyway, aerostropic and the Vsync, because those are definitely gonna have a big impact on your game, whether it's going to be higher quality or not, and it's definitely going to take a hard hit on your GPU. I noticed, like, if I have aerostropic on the highest, which is like 8 I think for this game, my PC with everything else on medium to high settings, it just slows that thing down like by a lot. So I definitely would you know, kind of even things out. I kept it at 8 and just kind of lowered a few settings. Like, I kind of found out from Battlefield 4, it's a good idea to actually lower your effects settings, because those are just the explosions, and at low, they still look pretty decent, and you really don't need, you know, fire, as known in many PC games and by a lot of PC gamers. Definitely takes up a shitload of GPU usage and CPU usage and lags your game a lot. I've experienced that firsthand when I didn't have this graphics card when I was playing World at War or Call of Duty 5 on the zombie maps. If you looked at the fire, the game would really lag, or if you used a flamethrower, the game would sometimes actually lag out for me. So you're definitely going to want to just really get to know your settings pretty much. Really just, you know, just get close to them. Maybe make out a little bit. I'm just kidding. Just kind of like get in the settings and just see what works for you. I don't recommend going with the medium, high, or low settings that they give you for default. I would absolutely just go for customizing your own settings. But I hope this video helped you guys on how to uncap your frame rate on your monitor. If not, I'm sorry. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that explain it probably better than me. But if it did, leave it a thumbs up and come back for more gameplay.